Presented to Dennis G. Trainor, Vice President, CWA District 1, June 8, 2015, by CWA President Chris Shelton.
Well, thank you. I'm truly honored that you have chosen me to be the next Vice President of District 1. I want to thank each and every delegate for your support and your trust. Woody Bard called me a few days ago and he congratulated me on becoming the 7th Vice President of District 1. He told me that he was the 3rd, Larry Mancino was the 5th, and Chris was the 6th. Those are pretty good shoes to fill. But as Carolyn said, I have big feet. It is an honor to even be listed in the same group with these great leaders. I will do everything I can every day to live up to the examples that they have set. I want to thank Chris for his 10 years of leadership, for being my mentor, and for all he has done for District 1, the greatest district in our union. Chris is smart, tough, militant, and hardworking. But more than that, he has been a great friend. Chris, thank you for having confidence in me as your area director and as your assistant. We have worked closely together in this district, and I look forward to working closely together in the future to keep strengthening CWA and to keep CWA District 1 #1. I want to thank all my directors on my team, Gladys Finnegan, Hetty Rosenstein, Debbie Hayes, Bob Master, and Amy Young. Our district would not be what it is without your incredible hard work and leadership. I have no doubt that we have the best leadership in CWA. I want to thank all the District 1 staff. Please give them a round of applause. CWA. I also want to thank Lisa Reardon for being here today. Thank you for all your great work you did for us district as a staff rep, as the assistant vice president and as the downstate area director. Lisa, we miss you. Thank you, Donna Dolan, here also. The retired staff rep from District 1 made the trip, and I thank you also, Donna. And Jerry Hayes stopped by, came up just a few minutes before, and Jerry's here. Jerry and his wife, Chris. Jerry, thank you. Jerry was the assistant on the Jerry, thank you. I want to thank Gay Semmels. Unfortunately, she wasn't feeling too good and she couldn't be here, but she's a trusted friend for many, many years and a great lawyer for CWA and all our members. I also want to thank Marvin Anderson. He's back there. Marvin, thank you very much for all you have done for me and for CWA. He's been for 40 years, and I hope we got a few more, Marvin. I also want to thank Keith Purse, President of CWA Local 1101, for nominating me, and Carolyn Wade, President of 1040, and the at-large Executive Board member, and Bill Henderson, Local 1298, for seconding my nomination. And finally, most important, I want to thank my family. My brother Jim is here with his wife. Oh, Dennis, you're not supposed to do it. His wife, Donna. And Jim has always been much more than a brother to me. He has always been a dedicated trade unionist. And I want to recognize him for all the work he did over many decades for the members of CWA and Local 1101. Jim served as Secretary of Local 1101 for many years, and before that as a business agent in the Bronx, where we both got our start. Too many years to count. He organized thousands of members into our union and was there on every picket line. And he has always kept me laughing and always had my back. Thank you, Jim. Jim's daughter, Heather, a business agent, is here today. It's her first convention as a delegate with her son, Ryan. Ryan, thank you for being here, too. I want to thank my three sons, Dennis, Greg, and Brian, and my wonderful daughters-in-laws, Dina, Jill, and Kate. I want to thank my 5 grandchildren, Jesse, and Henry, and Julian, and Scarlett, and Graham. You all light up my life. I could not be prouder as a father and as a grandfather. Thanks for being here. And finally, I want to thank my wife, Kathy. Woo-woo. My partner and best friend for 46 years. Oh, wow. You think I was that old? I met her when I was 2. There is simply no way I could have gotten here without you. Thank you for your understanding, the job that I do, and the sacrifices that you have made while I do this job. Thank you for your patience, your support, and your love all these years. You're supposed to do this. As a lot of you know, I'm a die-hard Mets fan, right? Right now, I like to paraphrase Lou Gehrig and say, I feel like the luckiest trade union leader on the face of the earth. I feel lucky because you have chosen me to be the vice president of the strongest and most united district in our union. My #1 priority will be to keep our district united and strong so that we can do the work that needs to be done for our members, for our union, for the labor movement, and for the working class. I do feel lucky, but I am not blind to what is happening in this country. There's a class war taking place in our country, the war of the 1% against the 99%. The Chris Christies, the Scott Walkers, for that matter, all the 17 or 18 or 19, whatever the number is right now, knuckleheads running for the Republican nomination. The big corporations, the corporate media like Fox News, they were all trying to convince working people who don't have a union that we are the problem. In New Jersey, Chris Christie has turned the idea of class warfare on its head. He says New Jersey is divided between the haves and the have-nots. The teachers and public workers who have a pension and everyone else in the private sector who doesn't. Not rich against poor, not the privileged 1% versus the struggling 99%. Worker against worker. He wants the public to believe that workers with pensions and their unions are the problem. I ask you, are we the problem? No! I'm very proud, and I know you're proud, of the benefits that we fought for over the years. I know that you believe, that every working person deserves the same level of benefits. We should never, never be ashamed of what we won. It's time to reach out to educate all working people that corporate America can do more. It's time to stop allowing corporate America to define our pensions and health benefits as what's wrong with America. It's time to fight to raise the living standards of all working people. The key to raising those standards is collective bargaining. Whether it's AT&T, Verizon, Frontier, Fairpoint, CenturyLink, New York State and local government workers, New York City workers, airline workers, healthcare workers, factory workers, median workers, you name it, we need strong contracts. I will fight to keep our contracts strong with good wages and good benefits. But limiting our to-do list to collective bargaining will simply won't cut it anymore. Larry Cohen has said it, Chris Shelton has said it, and I agree. We need to build a progressive movement in this country that goes beyond the labor movement. We need a progressive movement that embraces all working people and their allies. We need a progressive movement, a radical movement, that can challenge corporate America and shake this country up. We saw the stirrings of such a movement during Occupy Wall Street. We need to keep building on that beginning. We won't build this movement by ourselves. We need to reach out to allies all across our district, and we in the National Union cannot do it by ourselves either. Everyone here must be involved. I pledge to every one of you that I stand ready to work with your locals to help build a new radical movement. I believe this movement will not only help us at the bargaining table, but is critical to the future of all working people in this country. To put it bluntly, it is time to tell corporate America, you've had your day. I should say, you had your decade. Now it's our time. In a few minutes, we will all leave here to vote in the national election. Let's be united, as we always have been in this district. Let's get behind our new president, our former vice president, and let's help lead this great union by giving our new president all the support he needs. Brothers and sisters, I could not be prouder to be part of CWA District 1. I could not be prouder that you have the confidence in me to be your leader. But I know that as tough and as smart and as militant as we are, we have to do better. We have to take this district and this union to another level. Are you ready for this challenge?
Yes!
Are you ready to take this district to another level?
Yes!
Are you ready to take this union to another level?
Yes!
I know that I am. I know that with your help we will. Now let's go out and vote and let's take this union to another level. Thank you, brothers and sisters.